Today is the time for our English language class, and today we'll start a new chapter, chapter 7. It is Everest Reaction. It is a prose written by R.K. Naran, a famous English novelist, English laureate. In this story, actually, it is a story of a boy named Thambi. In the story, Everest Reactions, written by R.K. Naran, the character Thambi was a great reporter. He used to go and listen to the news and report it back to his family and family members and others. He was inquisitive and a curious mind who always seek for the knowledge and listen to the radio at neighbors' home to get update regarding latest happenings around the world in traffic, sports and other such things. This 12-year-old boy, Thambi, did not like when his elders lost interest in living. Then he would come up with the news of such interesting things to arouse them, which always not true, but sometimes it is true, but always not true. Generally, he was a well informed and an accurate reporter. It was that boy Thambi who came up with the news that Everest had been conquered to his village. Actually, all of you know that Mount Everest, the highest peak of the world, was climbed first on 29th May 1953. Edmund Hillary and Sherpa Tenzing Norgay reached there on Mount Everest, the world's highest peak, and becoming the first people to stand atop the world's highest mountain. So, Thambi got this news and he spread it in his village. This is the story about. Now today I am going to tell you half of the story, Everest Reactions. Okay, so let us start. It was the youngest member of the household, Thambi, now 12 years old, who came in with the news. Actually, Thambi was the youngest member of the family, and he came in with the news. It was his habit to go out and keep dashing back every little while with reports of cricket scores, flying saucers, traffic accidents, and other such matters. Actually, Thambi was a great reporter of his locality. Today he came in crying out, "The Everest has been conquered. They have reached the top." So he came with the news that the Everest has been conquered. People thought he was joking. Firstly, all of them thought that he was joking because always he was not true. Although Thambi was generally an accurate reporter, occasionally, perhaps when he felt that people's interest in living was flagging, uh, he tried to rouse them with stories of dacoity or arson in the neighborhood. Stories that would not bear a moment's scrutiny. Here, I'm explaining you that here it is said that perhaps when he felt the people's interest in living was flagging, the meaning of flagging is becoming less interesting. When the people's interest became less interesting, he tried to rouse them with stories of dacoity or arson. It is also arson. It is also a new word for you. Arson is a crime of deliberately starting a fire. एक आग लगा देना वो विलेज में होता है. In the neighborhood, stories that would not bear a moment's scrutiny. Actually, ये ऐसा ही वो न्यूज़ लाता था इधर neighborhood में. Such tales would make the elders sit up and ask where he had heard them and so forth, and the young man would go away pleased that he had succeeded in steering his elders from their torpor. It is also a new word for you, torpor. Torpor means lazy, inactive, alsi. Okay, when they all became lazy, then Thambi came there and tell them a new news, a hot news that arose them. This seemed to be such an occasion. This time also this happened. Thambi tried to run away after declaring the conquest of the Everest, but he was caught by the ear and asked to explain. You can see here this in this pic. That Thambi tried to run away when he first declaring that news that Everest has been conquered. Then he declaring that he was run away, tried to run away, but one of the elders caught her by her ear, by the ear, by his sorry, by his ear. Where? Who told you about it? The elder asked him. Who told you about it? Got it over the radio or in the next house. Thambi then replied, he he heard it in the radio of the next house. Next house? How often have you been told to keep to your books and not loaf all over the place in the sun? Loaf. It is also a new word for you. Loaf means spend time not doing anything. Okay. The elderly always tell the boys or young boys that why are you doing इधर उधर क्यों घूम रहे हो as okay. I was studying. Thambi replied this. I was studying all afternoon and went out only for a moment to listen to the radio in the next house. जैसे तुम लोग बोलते हो ऐसे ही थाम्बी ने भी रिप्लाई दिया क्या कि वो studying all afternoon he studied but after only for a moment to listen to the radio in the next house he came out. What has happened to our own radio? The elderly asked him. What has happened to our own radio? Finding that the subject was getting unnecessarily twisted, the young man declared, the Everest has been climbed and that is all I know. He said that the ultimate news that the Everest has been climbed and that is all I know. Don't be absurd, cried the elders. Who has been telling you such a cock and bull story? The elder person who caught his ear, he don't believe that, and so he asked that it is absurd. And who tell you cock and bull story? It is a new word for you. That means made up story. You can say impossible news. I knew long ago that it would be climbed, said Thambi. Thambi uh, told that he knew it earlier. The elders groaned. How could it? How could it be? It is impossible. Actually, climbing Everest was an impossible thing then. So the elder person don't believe it, and he thought that it is impossible. And the boy, as usually, the boy told a rumor, spread the rumor. Tenzing and Hillary have done it, said the well-informed boy. He was delighted with his own success in impressing his elders. The boy knew that report and firmly, so he told that Tenzing and Hillary have done it. He added casually, they also find now that the height of the Everest had all along been mistaken. It is about 1,000 feet more than thought to be. Than what it was thought to be. And the height of Everest was previously told it was not the correct height, and now it is told that it is now 1,000 feet more. Impossible. Who has been putting ideas into your head? Cried the elders. The elder don't, as usual, the elder person don't believe that, and he told it. How do you know all this, boy? It was only yesterday that we heard that the assault were to be given up. How you know it? elder person was not believed at all, and he tell the boy that the it is also assault. It is also a new word for you, dangerous attempt. Assault means dangerous attempt. Actually, Mount Everest is the highest peak, so it cannot be conquered. It cannot be climbed. This thought was firmly on the mind, in the mind of the elder person. So they all told that it is not possible, and that assault was given up. So that's all for today's class, and you all please read this much portion thoroughly and try to understand the whole story. Okay, and the next class I'll tell you the rest of the story. Okay, so till then, bye.